to another edition of Inside IU Volleyball with Sherry Dunbar. I'm Dave Leno exclusively for IUHoosiers.com. This past weekend, the Hoosiers dropped both matches, first at Michigan State and then in Ann Arbor to the Michigan Wolverines. Didn't like the way the team played in set 4 at Michigan State, but they got off to such a hot start against the Wolverines, and then what occurred?
Yeah, against Michigan, I was really proud of our effort, and I thought our defense was some of the best team defense we played all year. Caitlin Cox and Caitlin Hansen and Melanie Hicks, I thought, did fantastic jobs and really got us a lot of swings that we haven't taken lately. We just couldn't find a way to put a lot of balls away. Ashley Benson did a really good job, but we really struggled on the pens. But I was really proud of our defense and the effort that our whole team put out there.
Well, you do take a win away from Michigan this year. You beat them when they were ranked number 13. Lost to Michigan State, but you beat them earlier on. So 1-1 split, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was just happy with the momentum we had after the Michigan match. I know obviously we wanted to win that match and wanted to extend it even further than 3 sets, but it's a different feeling when you get done with a match like that, and the effort was there. We had to change a few things, and we're working on that in practice this week, but I like the momentum. Hopefully we're carrying into this weekend. And
you've been really dependent on 2 players in particular on the court, your 2 seniors that are playing currently, Taylor Whitmer and Ashley Benson. Let's spend a moment to reflect on them. First, Taylor, and just the enormous strides she's made. She already has more blocks this year than last year.
Yeah, she's a workhorse. She is a great kid to have in the gym. She'll do whatever you ask her to do. She'll play outside, she'll play middle, she'll play right side, whatever the team needs. She's been a great captain and role model for our young players, I think, and she just works hard out on the court. I know we played against one team in our conference this year, who I won't say, but they had their middles watch Taylor because of how hard she works on the court all the time, and I think that's a great reflection of her daily work ethic, not just in matches, but in the weight room and in conditioning and in the gym with us.
And the first All-American in IU volleyball history, Ashley Benson from right here in Bloomington, 2nd in the conference in hitting percentage, 2nd in the conference in blocks, and just the way she's improved from being a freshman to a senior. I know when coaches look at her now, they go, oh my goodness. She's really, really improved.
And I think, as you know, watching her all year, I think she continues to improve. Watching her against Michigan, some of the balls she was hitting and some of the moves she was making, she wasn't making at the beginning of the year. So her upside is so great. She'll be able to play volleyball for a long time if she wants to, and she's been a tremendous help in changing this program, and not just as a player but as a person, and has been a great role model as well. So, and then Martina, of course, is our student assistant, who's the other senior, and is just one of the best teammates we've ever had here, and a great friend, I know, to a lot of the kids on the team, and has really made an impact too. And I don't want to discount what someone like that does. Just because they're not on the court doesn't mean they don't have as much impact as other people.
We'll chat with student manager Nick Mackall after this. Now joined by student manager Nick Mackall. And Nick, what are your responsibilities with the team?
Well, Dave, typically on a normal week schedule like this one, I show up for practice every day about 45 minutes to an hour early, make sure we get everything out that coach needs for running drills, everything in that process, making sure that the court's somewhat clean and presentable, I guess, and make sure everything runs the way it should during practice as well.
And you do a lot of film work as well.
Right, yeah. Game days, that's what you'll typically see me doing. Sit up at the top of the bleachers or wherever we're at, have the camera hooked up to our computer. We are able to stream it live through our computer, and that way we can also have it saved to our computer, and we can also burn a DVD in that process as well.
You remind me very much of Adam Clements. Adam, the athletic trainer for Indiana, has a lot of volleyball knowledge, having played in the past, and you did as well back in your high school days.
Sure. I played through high school at Cathedral. Have 1 year of varsity experience, my only year being our state championship year in 2008.
You picked the right year.
Yeah. And being in one of the more prestigious programs in the country, not just for men's but for women's producing multiple Division I athletes right now, 2 being in the Big Ten. But having that opportunity to play there, and also work with the women's side. It allows me to get to know the game a little bit better and not only learn to actually play the game, but learn from a coach's perspective how to go through the process of the game.
And from the broadcast perspective, you got a chance to be a part of the announce team with Kyle and myself. And what was that like for you?
Actually, consider that more of a rush than anything. Not only just doing my normal, video and computer stuff during the game, then having the headset on and being on top of the game that way as well. It seems like it's a lot, doing like 2, 3, 4 things at once almost, it seems like, but it's actually kind of exciting, because you can converse about the match and also, be on the Indiana side as well.
Yeah. All right, Nick, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, and on that note, we'll revisit the previous matchup in Michigan and show you some behind the scenes from our broadcast. All right, welcome back to the show. We're currently in a timeout. The Hoosiers are playing the Wolverines past weekend. Right now, we're in set number 3. As you can see right now, as Kyle will pan down to the equipment, we have 2 headsets going, a computer playing our spots on there. All right, so showing you some more stuff about how we conduct a broadcast up here. We showed you the equipment, but one of the challenges that Kyle and I have when we call the game is to figure out, especially with the opposition, who is who, what numbers are with certain players, and that's kind of a challenge that develops midway through the first set. Obviously, when we see Big Ten teams twice, we get an idea of who those players are, and certainly the cream of the crop players on for every team. We certainly know who they are. Take a look here and zoom in a little bit on some of the notes we have, and go all the way in there, and you can see we come up with kind of key statistics for every player. Also, we come up with some also interesting notes. For example, Michigan is right now one of the top teams in the country, currently ranked in the top 25. But as you see, we adjust to the elements. We have a microphone standing on top of a bag, so we're just all over the place, and we just try to make it entertaining. Currently, the Hoosiers sit in 8th place in the Big Ten. You face Illinois on Friday night, ranked 2nd right now in the conference. Penn State likely to take another conference title. And the first matchup against the Fighting Illini didn't go your way, but you took a lot of positives from that contest because, in especially the first 2 sets, you only lost by 2 and 3 points respectively.
Yeah, I thought that was a great match. We did some really nice things in a really hostile environment. That's the toughest place to play, I think, in the Big Ten, is playing at Illinois. And I thought we played very good defense against them, and I expect us to play that hard again. It's the last weekend, and I think we'll make some improvements on some of the things we didn't do as well against Michelle Barch. She's a great player, and I think we have to contain her a little bit more than we did last time, but I think we have a good game plan against them.
And then for Wisconsin, senior night, they'll recognize the seniors, I believe, after the game this year. That will be Ashley Benson, Taylor Whitman, also Martina Popik, along with some other support staffers as well. Against Wisconsin, that was your only road victory, but Coach Waite's squad is definitely improved.
Oh, very improved. I think they're playing a lot of different players now. They have a freshman right side that's really come on for them and made a big difference as a lefty. And they just look more inspired. We knew they were a very good team and very athletic team when we played them the first time, and we had a great night that night with our blocking and our serving, and did a very good job against them. And so we're gonna have to be ready to fight against them, obviously, and it will be senior weekend and senior night specifically. So I expect us to go out and play no fear, and it's that last regular season weekend, and we're fortunate to be at home. So as we all know, that's kind of a comfort level, but we can't take it too comfortably. We have to go out and fight very hard. But I'm happy to be at home. I'm happy we can spend the week together as a team and just have the priority of volleyball instead of all the school and extra things that usually kind of cloud their mind a little bit. So I think we can really focus on playing 2 really good matches this weekend.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
On behalf of Coach Sherry Dunbar, Nick Mackall, and Kyle Kuhlman, I'm Dave Leno. Best wishes, everyone.